I'm JNaps MMA. This is my recap and breakdown of UFC Vegas 98, Brandon Royval versus Taira. What can I say, man? Raw dog, no rubber, baby. Brandon Royval gets the job done, like I knew he would. Taira will be a future champ in this division, though. He is really good, amazing ground game. He just has no striking whatsoever. He needs to learn some head movement. Get out of Japan, brother. But pretty decent card. The Iron Turtle gets a win over Brad Tavares. You know, we're gonna talk about all this right now. First fight of the night, though, we have Clayton Carpenter versus Lucas Rocha. I picked Clayton Carpenter to win this fight. And in the first round, Carpenter gets a takedown and lands some nasty elbows that cuts up Rocha's face. And in the second round, he gets a takedown again. And he gets the body triangle up in there, the leg hooks in, and he gets the rear naked choke, and Rocha just obviously chose to go to sleep. He doesn't want to tap. Great win by Carpenter. He is still undefeated. On to the next fight. We have Dan Argueta versus Cody Haddon. I picked Cody Haddon to win this fight. And what a crazy pace this fight was. In the first round, Haddon did a great job stuffing the takedowns of Argueta and piecing him up. Argueta did land some nice jabs, but I just feel like that was Haddon's round. He just looked really good on the feet. In the second round, Argueta did take him down. He had more control time on the ground as well. But Haddon, they get back up. He lands a nasty knee. He was just too good, tagging Argueta, looking really crispy on the feet. And in the third round, he was just on one, man, and both guys were just standing and banging. But on the feet, man, it was just Haddon all the way. And what a great win by Haddon. Cody Haddon just put his name out there, man, as a really nice, entertaining fighter. On to the next fight. We have Julia Polastri versus Cory McKenna. I don't know why I didn't go for Polastri. I should have, but I picked Cory McKenna. And Polastri, on 2 weeks' notice, dominated McKenna. Polastri didn't even look like she was getting hurt by anything McKenna was throwing at her. It looked like, well, McKenna has pillow hands. Let's just say that, man. It looked like she had a stuffed animal in those gloves, and it was just like not doing anything. Polastri was just hitting her with everything. Had her in the tie clinch for the entire second round. She looked really good in the second round. And McKenna finally decided to go to the ground. Or she got a takedown finally. In the third round. Kept her there in the entire round. But Polastri, I don't know how she won by split decision. I thought she dominated this fight. But we'll get to Sal D'Amato in the main event, man. Sal D'Amato. But yeah, good win by Polastri on short notice. On to the next fight. We got Junior Tafa versus Sharaf. Yeah, this fight was entertaining, but in a way, because it's just somebody is gonna like exhaust themselves out and lose. But I picked Junior Tafa because, yeah, he's the light heavyweight fighting at heavyweight. In the first round, these guys came out swinging though, crazy. Like they were just going at each other, landing some big meaty hooks. Sharaf tried to take down Tafa, but of course he's gonna grab the cage, and of course there's no point being taken away. I'm really tired of these fighters getting away with fence grabs and they're not, getting a point taken away, bro. Like, Sharaf gets that takedown, it's a whole different fight, and it showed later on in this fight because he gets a takedown and he starts landing on Junior Tafa, and instead of Mark Smith coming in there to like stop the fight because Junior Tafa wasn't really doing anything, he just lets him go until the second round, which it was bad. You want to see a heavyweight fight finish on the feet anyways, especially when it's like crappy like this. But in the second round, both guys just looked really exhausted at this point. They were just done, and it was just whoever threw the better combo would win this fight, and whoever just looked like they were just hurt would lose. And Tafa, being the younger, more experienced guy, lands a nice combo, and Mark Smith stops the fight. Tafa wins by standing TKO. I really think he should stay at heavyweight. I don't see this man doing anything at light heavyweight unless it's like with really bad opponents, but I feel like he could do something at heavyweight. But Tafa wins. Good win, I guess. I don't know. Really bad. On to the next fight. We have Themba Gorimbo versus Niko Price. I picked Themba Gorimbo, and he did a good job with the leg kicks, and he just looked really faster, way faster than Price. Gorimbo takes down Price and lands some good ground and pound. Gorimbo gets back up, tries to get a head crank, but doesn't get it. And Price tries to slam him on his head in that first round, but Gorimbo just stays on his back for the rest of the round. And in the second and third round, it was basically the same thing. Gorimbo with a Morob fest, Morobing his way to a win, just taking Niko Price down and ground and pound. Yeah, Gorimbo wins by decision. I just want to see Gorimbo fight somebody that's good, man. They've just been giving him guys who, like, Niko Price is old, or guys who are trash, and his fights are boring. Like, I don't know. Like, I want to see him win an exciting scrap. I want to see him get tested. Like, this is just, oh, it's, you know, the guy that got the, you know, house by, you know, the house bought, I mean, the Rock bought this man a house, but his fights are too boring, bro. Like, it stinks up the card. On to the next fight. We got Pat Sabatini versus Jonathan Pearce. I picked my boy Pat Sabatini, man. I knew he was gonna get it done, man. Pat Sabatini was just on one from the sound of the bell, man. He gets that body triangle in, and JSP's trying to stand up, but the body triangle is locked in, and JSP gets out of it at one point. But Pat Sabatini takes him down and gets top position. But JSP always leaving his back exposed, and as he gets back up, Pat Sabatini goes for that body triangle again, and JSP tries to get him off his back while standing again, but he makes a mistake, leaves his neck exposed, and Pat Sabatini gets the rear naked choke. JSP taps. Great first round win for Pat Sabatini. He really needed it. I don't know what's next for Pat Sabatini, but you know, he's trying to get himself up in the rankings. Maybe like one more fight before you give him a ranked guy. But great win by Pat Sabatini. On to the next fight. We have CJ Vergara versus Ramazan Temirov. I picked Temirov. These Uzbekistan guys are coming into the UFC and they're destroying, and this guy literally just showed it. Super dangerous, dude. This guy's crazy. In the first round, he lands a left that immediately drops Vergara, and I was like, all right, this is it. Vergara starts running away. He starts doing a just starts running away like a little girl in the cage. Temirov drops him again though, but Herzog like CJ Vergara survives a little bit too long, but that's alright because Temirov lands a nasty body shot that crumbles Vergara, and he wins by TKO. Great win by Temirov. This is one guy that you gotta be ready to see. He's gonna climb the rankings fast. He's gonna knock out opponents. Yeah, Ramazan Temirov, he's dangerous. On to the main event, I think. Oh, no, this was the featured prelim, actually, I think, if I'm correct. Alex Morono versus Daniel Rodriguez. This was a boring ass fight. I mean, boring. But I picked Rodriguez to win. In the first round, Morono had more output though, and his strikes were actually more accurate than D-Rod's. But D-Rod was still landing some shots on Morono, but Morono looked better. D-Rod in the second round, for sure he won by damage. He cut up Morono like above the eye, and he got a hematoma on his head, and he just looked a little bit better. He started waking up in the second round. In the third round, finally they both woke up, or it just became a fight. D-Rod landed something crazy. It wasn't too crazy what I'm talking about. He just lands and Morono just wobbled, and D-Rod just looked better, bro. He was just landing the better shots, picking his shots on the feet, and it was a really close fight because you probably could have given that second round to Morono, but he wins by split decision. D-Rod gets a win. He needed it. He was on a 3-fight losing skid. What's next for D-Rod? I have no clue. What's next for Morono? I don't know. Boring fight, though. On to the main event. We have Grant Dawson versus Rafa Garcia. In the first, I picked Grant Dawson. I'm pretty sure everybody in their moms picked Grant Dawson. And in the first round, Grant Dawson gets a takedown really quick, keeps him there. Rafa Garcia couldn't really do anything, couldn't get up. Dawson just controlled him there the entire round. Crazy ground and pound. In the second round, Dawson takes him down again, lands a nasty elbow that cuts Rafa right above the eye. Dude's leaking all over the cage like if it was a menstrual cycle. And Dawson just keeps grounding and pounding his way into a victory and wins by TKO. Grant Dawson, this one made me laugh. Grant Dawson, one of the best post-fight interviews, winning the fans with something I've never heard before, honestly. Complimenting his girl, saying she got a dump truck and you can throw a quarter on that thing and it'll bounce back. So, that was one of the craziest things I've heard. Great win by Grant Dawson. He needed that one. On to the next fight. We have Chidi Njokuani versus Jared Gordon. In the first round, Njokuani had Gooden. My bad, I said Gordon. Whatever, doesn't matter. Gooden sucks. He had Gooden in the clinch, and he was just spamming knees, and he was just tearing him up in the clinch. And it was literally the same thing in the second round. He was throwing elbows and knees at Jared Gooden, and Gooden was just eating them, bro. Honestly, like, it didn't look like he was like hurt at one point. In the third round, Njokuani lands a nasty knee, dude, I think, and he takes down Gooden. And Gooden tries to get a Kimura, honestly, but just doesn't happen. And Njokuani gets the win. Sucks that Gooden is like has a really good chin, but he's horrible. He's horrible. And Njokuani, I don't know, bro. Like, he just needed this win. Gooden, I don't know why you're still in the UFC. This is probably like your last fight anyways. Whatever. On to the co-main. Some exciting fights, please. Brad Tavares versus Jin-Young Park, my bad. Tavares drops Park in like the first seconds of the first round, and he gets his back, but it's kind of hard to get Jin-Young Park's back because he's really good in the grappling department. And they get back up, and Park actually starts to pressure Tavares and land some good strikes, but Tavares was landing, I think, the more better strikes and the more power shots. Like, it was more efficient, and I think Tavares won that first round. In the second round, Park tried to take down Tavares, but obviously this man has takedown defense on Hall of Fame, and I just don't know what to say. Like, Tavares' takedown defense is crazy, but he would take him down in the third round. But in the second round, Park was just doing really good, landing a jab and just throwing a 1-2. And both guys were just striking really good at each other, but I think Park won that second round, and it was 1-1 coming into the third. And they start swinging at each other right when the bell starts. They get in the clinch, but Park finally gets the takedown, breaking the Hall of Fame badge off of Brad Tavares. He gets his back. He just controls Brad Tavares on the ground for the entire round. And the Iron Turtle gets the win, man. Crazy. By split decision, too. A lot of split decisions in this card. But Iron Turtle gets it done. and I thought he wasn't gonna get it done. I did, believe he had a chance of winning this fight, but he did what he needed to do and take down Brad Tavares and make it a win. On to the main event. We have Brandon Raw Dog Royval versus Tatsuro Taira. What can I say, man? Raw Dog Royval, Raw Dog no rubber. I knew he was gonna get it done. But Tatsuro Taira, elite. He's crazy. In the first round, Royval was tagging up Tatsuro Taira using his jab, big meaty hooks, even though they're not big meaty hooks because they're in the flyweight division. But Tatsuro Taira just looked like an NPC out there. He had nothing for Royval until it looked like he either caught Royval, but it didn't look like it. It looked like Royval just was off balance, and then Tatsuro Taira just jumps on it, gets a takedown super quick, and whatever. I still thought it was Royval's first round. I thought Royval won that first round just because he was piecing up this guy. In the second round, Tatsuro Taira though, elite grappling, bro. He tries to take down Royval. He has his back. He's literally falling off his back. And what does this guy do? Boom! Jumps off the cage with Royval and gets the takedown. That was the most crazy thing I've ever seen. And he did an amazing job just keeping the body lock. Royval did a great job trying to scramble out of it and get the leg locks in. But dude, the scrambling, the transition that Tatsuro Taira have is crazy. It's crazy. Like, I've never, bro. Elite grappling by Tatsuro Taira. He showed it in this fight. Not like that boring ass Marab thing, but bro, just elite. It was exciting. Tatsuro Taira won the second round for sure. In the third round, Royval just destroys this man on the feet, bro. He had Tatsuro Taira hurt, wobbled. He was chasing a takedown. He eventually does get it and jumps on the back somehow, super quickly. Gets the rear naked choke attempt, but doesn't get it. You still got to give that third round to Royval because he almost ends Tatsuro Taira there. Almost ends him there. In the fourth round, though, Tatsuro Taira gets a takedown and he does what he does best. Just takes the back of Royval, transitions, scrambles with him, not letting him up, just controlling him with that body triangle. Dude is just insane, bro. Tatsuro Taira is insane, and he's so young too. And in the last round, 2-2, anybody's fight. Royval did what he needed to do the entire fight, but he does it in the fifth round. He stuffs Tatsuro Taira's takedown, pieces him up on the feet. He even gets his own takedown, gets the body triangle in, and he just starts swinging away, tries a rear naked choke attempt, Hank Craig, whatever. He wins by split decision. Sal D'Amato, you need to be investigated. You need to get out of the UFC. You're one of the worst judges in the UFC, dude. I don't know how you even give Tatsuro Taira that first round. I don't know. But they both get fight of the night, obviously. In all honesty, though, amazing fight. This fight, probably one of the best flyweight fights that wasn't for a title contention, bro. This was an exciting fight for both of these guys. Tatsuro Taira is so young, has a lot of growing to do. Go out there to Japan, find the best boxer in Japan, and tell that man to teach you how to box, and you will be champ. Royval could not said it enough. He said that guy is going to be the next champ, bro. And bro, if he just learns how to just box, piece somebody up, have a little bit of head movement, oh man, Tatsuro Taira is going to be holding that belt for a while. But the good thing is he's already in the top of the division, man. So he has time to grow, and he's already in the top, so he can be shooting for a title shot real fast. But Royval needs a title shot next. After the UFC announced that Pantoja will go up against Kaya Sakura. Damn, butchered it. We kind of did want the Kaya Sakura versus Tatsuro Taira, but I knew it wasn't gonna happen. And Kaya Sakura, it's gonna be kind of hard for him to make that flyweight. It's gonna be hard for him to make flyweight, to be honest with you. But if he, you know, he is a former Rising champion, dude. And I think Royval said it. If Kai Asakura wins, it'd be him and Royval next. But if Pantoja wins, I don't think he gets that title shot. I think they'll jump Albazi if he beats Morono. If not, I think Royval gets it, but Albazi probably wins if Pantoja wins. It's a lot. It's a lot going on right now in the flyweight. Well, not a lot, but, you know, it's a lot of stuff in the flyweight division to think about. But you can't count Royval out, man, of that title shot, man. He just put up a crazy fight against an up-and-coming prospect, dude. Up-and-coming contender, let's be honest. And he just looked really good in this fight, man. He looked really good in this fight. Man, Tatsuro Taira, just super impressive with him, bro. On the feet, he needs help, but on the ground, he's perfect. That's all I got, guys. This was my, you know, recap and breakdown of UFC Vegas 98. Got more videos coming out for you soon. I think I'm gonna do Kaya Sakura video, man. But let's see. I'm JNeps MMA, and I'm out.